Hello out there, this is Terkanil, and welcome back to RxCraft. I am finishing up getting the fuel storage room cleared out. So let's need to clear these pipes. There we go. Dunk. And once I get all these tanks picked up, I can get them transported over to the power plant. And you can see about getting these put in place. But that is not the first task for today. Em and I decided to do a joint project to finish out the mushroom tower, so that will be the place where we're going to start. So I will see you over there, and we'll get started on the tower. We are below the tower, and we're going to get a little more work done on this thing. Amros wants to get this thing built all the way top to the top, so we're going to give him some help, as he has asked us to get in on this with him. And, well, I think it's going to be a bit of an unfair advantage. Apparently he wants to do it as a bit of a race. I honestly think I'm going to lose. We'll see. So, we're going to get a full call started up between us and get to work. One more, we get that together. And we're here. We have Amaros also on a Skype call.
Hello.
So you can see us way down here compared to our camera account, jumping around. This is where we're starting. We are going to the top of the screen here. So the idea is basically build. And I'm still thinking Am's going to beat me to the top, but so be it.
We'll see.
So we're going to end up time-lapsing a good part of this so you don't have to watch us for the next 10, 30 minutes, however long it's going to probably take to do it all.
Or listen to our terrible banter.
Yeah, we tend to turn into complete idiots when we're building and tossing at each other.
Especially at 1 in the morning like it is right now.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Why not? Alright, but we're going to get going. So we're going to turn on some of our music. So each of our feeds are going to have our own flavor of music, whatever we're going to have turn on there. So let the building begin. Pardon me. I just pulled a mage away.
Why are you teleporting around?
Because I just fell to the bottom.
You fell through the hole.
Yes.
I think I've done that a couple times. Why do you think I put the teleporters in there? I like, this ladder sucks to climb. I'm going to put down a few anchors. It just had the added benefit of being a good skydiving location.
finish the top.
I think.
That looks like it.
I don't know. We could have
You seen it?
taken it. It's what? By 251 right where I'm standing. We could go up another 2 levels. Come on.
And then you'd have to move all this. Not worth it.
Yeah, that's a lot of redstone.
Especially since, you know, we're going to probably end up doing another tower at some point.
Depending on how many mushrooms this produces. We're actually going to have to benchmark it this time.
Yeah, we'll
Maybe.
find out.
Yeah.
But I think you technically won because I had 3 errors on the way up.
Yeah, but I also built 2/3, 4/5, I don't know, of this tower. So I've got a lot of practice.
Yeah. Managed to catch up to you and go past you at least near the end.
Yeah. I was doing the center mushrooms, so that takes a little bit of time. But it definitely goes a lot faster when I'm not having to do both sides at once and going up.
Yep, well, that's all done, so let's go replace our mushrooms and see how this turns out. And
I've already
Finish
emptied my
those
bags.
we have.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
while you were
we
fixing your
finished.
stuff.
Oh, fine.
Skydive!
Whee! I missed.
I made it.
Well, since finishing the tower, I've done a little bit more work on the power plant area here. So the only place still uncovered and really unfinished now is the floor, as well as anything I might do as a, I guess, ceiling in this section here around the tower. But you can see the tower is nice and filled in now. Add the ceiling here, so it isn't just a bare frame right there. And I've also now started moving in the fuel tanks. So I got most of the framework down here laid down. Just gotta grab some more tanks. Wrong one. That is a lot of fuel tanks. And before I can really finish this out, I'm going to actually need to figure out lighting. Because it's going to get dark throughout this entire place, especially here in the fuel generation area where I have torches. So before I can actually remove those and like finish that piece right there out, I need to get an alternate form of lighting. So, still deciding on that part. I've got to check a couple of things. I think the idea I was going with was to use the EnderIO lights. I just haven't figured out if I could get away with using the lights like right here, or if I'm going to really have to go off and have powered lights on the walls around this entire place in order to make it work correctly. So I'm gonna have to figure that part out. I'll probably go test that in my creative world just to see what happens. Because I really don't know what will actually work best. So I'm going to finish this out really quick, and then when I come back, I should hopefully have some kind of answer to that, and we can get going from there. I am over at Amoros's base in order to collect everything. I've already cleared out all of his fuel storage right here, and next I gotta take this apart. But I've been trying to clear out the pipelines in here. I've got all the fuel storage over here, most of the tanks there, some here. I'm trying to still consolidate some of it. So you can see on there, storage down there. You get the last of these. Very quick. And need to drain those still. Let's see. Get the engines next, and what if those are connected? That shall drain into my tank there, and... oh, good, they are. Fantastic. That makes it nice and easy. And now I can just start picking everything up. So, we shall start right... yes, here. Once I get this all picked up, I can take it all back to the power plant and see about getting it all plugged into the fuel side of things. This will make good fabric work for the tanks. I'm going to be using those pressurized pipes once I'm over there. It makes it a lot easier to work with. And I can tell when there's nothing in the pipes. The normal ones are a little bit harder to tell. So now all we got left is this engine works. All I need is the piping itself, so start getting that picked up. Let's see. So I should consolidate some of this a little bit. Here's a couple empties, fulls, and let's merge this one. Alright, well, that's all we got on those. Well, I think I'm gonna get the engines picked up, and then I'll get back to you once I'm back at the power plant, and trying to set some of this all up. Alright, I am back at the farm. Actually did a little bit of work before I realized I wasn't recording. So, I've got some power conduits running from over the module, and the capacitor over there. So it runs along the ground here, just underneath this block here. Just have to fill that in, and then it goes over to the central point here, where we have these torches, and then right about, I think it was here. Yep. I have a wireless charger. The point of the wireless charger is primarily for these guys, since the wireless powered lights will accept power from that wireless charger. So we're just going to stick lights around the room using the beams. Did I put that 3 high? Yes, okay. And hopefully these will provide enough illumination to cover lighting in the room. So as I demonstrated at my base, they put out a lot of light, but I'm not certain if it's going to be enough. So I now get to start removing torches and seeing if I have any more to worry about, such as, for example, right in the center of the room. So that part I'm not sure of. Right here at the sides I know will be covered, but it's the center sections that are what I have to worry about. So let's try to kill these and whoa. Yeah, definitely not enough. Yeah, so looks like I did make an odd number on the walls here, so 5, that's center right there, so thunk. That covers that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Thunk. Yep, okay. Now we'll see if there's enough light in here or not. Ah, I'm trapped. Let's see. There we go. Pick up you. Eat. Not quite. I ran out of lights. So I have to go make some more and see if I can get some more light in here. Because putting around the walls helps, like with this area here, but like right about, yeah, here, it gets dark again. So, yep, torch there to cover it. This area is safe. So, that should help a little bit. But we're definitely going to need more lights. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and just quickly get the tanks sorted out. So I want to at least get that part done before we get too far on other work. Otherwise, I'm going to get good and distracted. As I've mentioned many times in the past, I'm good at distracting myself, and once I get distracted, it's anyone's guess as to whether I can actually remember to get back to where I was, at least in a reasonable time frame. So, give me a few minutes here while I get these all sorted back out. Well, there is all the actual fuel, I think. Oh, I still got a couple left. Yay! Let me get these two put up here. Dunk, dunk. I think I can fill a little bit more on this tank. Maybe? Yeah, it's empty now. Okay. So this one tank has a little bit extra in it, but that's all there is. So all we have now is empties. That one's empty. So now I gotta go in and line the rest of this room with empty tanks, and then I can put in the cute. I can worry about getting the top part of this in, which would fill these tanks with fresh fuel as we get it. So I'm just gonna go and get that all built in. Boy, that looks like a bit of a storage room now, doesn't it? This is the kind of storage room that I've had in mind for quite a while. Seriously though, like, much earlier this year, I tried playing, when I first started really trying to play with mods, I decided just to start with BuildCraft, since it was the only one updated to 1.7.2 at the time. At least that I was able to find, and it was the only one I actually knew anything about. So, took that and started with that one. Something just to give myself some kind of bearing with. And went for a little while. Learned a bit about how BuildCraft worked, and I never really got into the advanced stuff there. But I had a big refinery structure, and it was I mean, this thing right here is far more complex than what I had. I think I only had like one actual refinery. But I had tons of oil and fuel. But I think I was wasting some because I kept having to pump and had nowhere to go for a lot of the time. And so I kept manually turning it off. And so, I mean, everything I've got here now, like with this is so much more advanced than what I had back then. So, and this is several times larger than the fuel storage that I even had over there. So, it's come a long way from what I was doing back then. And I'll worry about putting these up a little bit later, actually. That'll take me a minute. And put those there. Alright, I need to get some more tanks, because I need to have this all leveled off. So I need... Oh, man, how many have I got in here? I didn't even count. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 33. You're coming with me. Yeah, give me a few minutes while I go back to base and make 33 more tanks. Alright, everything's in, and I've lit the room extensively. I took more than just what I thought. Those 3 along the ceiling helped a little bit, but I still found little patches where it was still coming out quite dark, so I ended up making a couple more lights sticking right there. So this room is now very well lit. So all that's really left now is to get the fluid conduits running along the top of these so that I can pipe in. This will take a little while. I've also got to go along the bottom and set up the output for all these tanks. This is a lot of work to have to put into this. So, oops, don't do that. So I'm gonna just crack on with these because, yeah, as you can see, this is gonna take a while, and it's gonna be quite boring. And I'm out of pressurized conduits. Yep. So I gotta go get more anyhow. So I'm going to finish that out, and I'll be back after that. Alright, the piping is all in, set up. I think it looks pretty good up here. It's already linked into the refineries, and I've got the conduit that will run over to the engines. But I don't have it connected quite yet because I want to finish hooking up everything at the bottom here. And then I got to make sure that everything is set up down here to make sure it's going to be functioning appropriately as well. So once I get all that taken care of, then I'll actually connect in the fuel line. But there's still a lot to do here, and I'm pretty sure I'm already running long on this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and we'll come back at this in another point in our episode. So, if you like watching our work here and seeing the stuff we're putting on this wing and the other parts of this power plant, please hit like. If you want to see more what's going on with our work going forward, hit subscribe so we can be notified when we get more on. And after that, this is Terkanil signing off. And Geronimo!